If you can describe it, you can build it in WPForms. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a form in WPForms with using the AI form builder. So to do that, you go to WPForms, then click on Add New Form. So this is part of the series of WPForms Africa that we're looking on how to build and make the most of WPForms on your site. So once the form builder is open, you're going to option Generate with AI. Then as soon as that option is open, we'll be presented with a number of options that you can use to get started. For example, if you have an online event, you can create using the online registration. If you have a job application, for this tutorial, I'm going to show how to do it for job applications. So I'm going to click on job application for a web designer. Then we're going to give it a few seconds for our form to get generated as you wait. So as you can see, it has created for us. So what I'm going to do is I'll say for this, actually this form looks good. However, I would say for this form, for this field, and mark all field required. We are asking it to make all field required. So I'm going to give it a few seconds for it to make the changes. All right. I think it makes sense, but I think it makes sense to have that. So I'll say that use this form. But if you don't like the changes after you've done that, you don't need to go back to the form builder and make the changes manually. What you can do instead is click on this and ask AI how to improve the form. For example, you can ask, how can I improve this? What AI would do, it will look through your entire form that you've just built using WPForms and suggest on how to. For example, this is actually what it does. Add a placeholder, which makes sense to me. Make portfolio optional, since not every applicant will have a personal site. Add a short description. Actually, this is okay. So what I'm going to do is tell it apply all. So what it will do, it will apply all these changes for us. So it's now generating the drop down. It will add the placeholder. It will make the portfolio website optional, and that. All right. Okay. So as you can see, the portfolio is no longer required. But if you'd want it required, you just simply go to you click on that field, go to the general settings and mark that as required. So available start date, this is a paragraph field, which does not make sense to me to use it. Instead, what I'm going to do is we'll tell for this, for the field, please use the date time field instead. So one of the things you'll notice, if you have not changed any changes, if you have not saved any changes, you will see that a revision has been automatically created. The reason for that is because it will allow you to roll back if you don't like the changes that was made. I like this. All right. But one of the changes you'd make here, I always like changing the format. If you go to the general settings, there's the format. I always like to have the format in terms of date, available, start date. All right. So that is actually okay for us. And I like how it looks like. And you can work with that. So after doing that I will be deliberate. I go to settings, then go to notification, and I'll ask it to set the from name, the applicant's name, and the name of the form. The reason I'm asking it to do that is simply because sometimes you may have embedded a form on multiple, or rather, you may be having multiple application forms, and you'd want to know from which form the application comes through from. So for this, it will have the first name as well as the form name, and that is actually how it is. Now that I'm okay with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the changes. As soon as I save the changes, as we did in the first series, I'm going to create a page called the job application, then create the page to embed that form to that page. So as soon as I say that, you'll see it in the block editor, and this is it. Then I'm going to publish, then view that page. So in the front end, this is actually how your form would look like, as you can see. So if you want to still make some changes, you can still do it from the form builder, and you can use AI to do that. So that is it with WP Forms and how you can build any form using AI. One of the things I'd want to mention is that next week, we're going to explore further on the AI feature in WP Forms, on how it can even help you make changes to previous forms and even improve more on other forms. And we're going to explore some of the features in the future, such as form styling, which is available from the form builder. Go to settings, then themes, and from here you should be able to style your form. And if you're using the block based themes, such as the default WordPress 2025 theme, you should be able to style it from the block editor. You simply need to come to this, then click on the block panel, and from here you should be able to make the changes. But because this series was limited to building using AI, that will be part of the series we'll look into in the future. So see you next time. Thank you for tuning in, and feel free to reach out if you have any question.